Question number 29 is a grammar question on punctuation, specifically colons. So, and em dashes here. This sentence simplifies down to this: interviews replace another army, individuals. And so one way that you can use a colon is to have a complete independent clause that is a fully functioning sentence to the left or coming before the colon. So interviews replace another army. That could be a period right here. That's a full independent clause. It could serve as its own sentence. And then the colon gives you, lets you place emphasis on what comes next, individuals. And it should be just basically one thing, a dependent clause, and sometimes it can be a list, like individuals, people, persons, whatever. You've got a list of 3 or 4 things that you put after the colon. But one thing is just fine. But you can't make it an independent clause. So here, D would be a really great way to do this. Here, we're needing something. You can't just leave it the way it is. This is a really long sentence, and you need punctuation to indicate that there's some sort of transition going on. Like, this is an independent clause right here. You could put a period if you wanted to for everything that follows behind it. But a good way to do this would be the independent clause and then the elaborating phrase. So here, the vast array of individuals volunteering their daily lives and inadvertently their language through social media. So that's what we call an elaborating phrase, and so a colon would be a great thing to do this right here. B, you can't have an em dash interrupting the sentence. So this em dash is right here, was just inserted completely in the middle of the independent clause, and there's no second em dash that's coming after it. Usually, or often, we have em dashes like surrounding entire phrases, one here and one there, just like quotation marks. But there's only one here, and there's a comma here. It doesn't work. This fails the semicolon test. It needs a semicolon needs 2 independent clauses, one in front, one before, one after, and then a period. So we would need 2 different clauses, 2 different groups of words that would function fully on their own as a sentence, one before, one after, and that's what we don't have, so it fails the semicolon test. So D is the answer.